Welcome to the Craft Test, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and on today's DIY video, we're going to take a Dollar Tree wooden round and transform it into this summery, shiny piece. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, where I post super quick and easy DIYs, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I post new videos every week. Now let's get on with today's project. I took one of the wooden plaques from the Dollar Tree and primed it with Killz 2 all-purpose interior-exterior primer, because we're going to be using alcohol inks for this piece, and wood is a porous material, so the alcohol inks will basically seep into the wood. So the Killz works perfectly in order for the paints not to be soaked into the wood. I primed it and I let it dry for about an hour. Now this is the first time that I'm working with alcohol inks, as you can see. That doesn't look that great right now, but you do have to dilute the alcohol inks to make them flow with either isopropyl alcohol or the primer that they sell for the alcohol inks. Since this was my first time doing this, I'm going to be working with just plain alcohol that you can get at the drugstore. So now that I'm getting the hang of it, I'm going to start to mix some colors and use alcohol to make the alcohol inks flow better. And I'm using my little blower. It's actually a heat gun that I've used for embossing. It works perfectly to move the alcohol inks around. And you have to work fast because the alcohol ink dries pretty fast. So let's continue with this. So for my first try, I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add little feet to the bottom of the tray. These are actually bottle caps that I had from tiny little shampoo bottles, and they're the perfect blue color. So that's what I'm going to use as little feet for this tray. And I'm going to use E6000 to hold them into place. So let's do that part. Don't mind the bottom of this tray because once again, I had used this for another project before, but I wanted to try the alcohol inks to see how they would turn out. So let's attach the little feet. So now that I attached the feet, I am going to use resin to coat the top of the tray because I want it to have a very glossy sea-like look. I'm using craft resin that I purchased on Amazon. I'll put the link below in the description box. And some sparkly glitter. They're actually like little tiny beads. Those I got at Michael's. So I'm just going to throw some on this tray, no particular pattern. I am going to cover those two little holes that are part of the wooden plaque from the Dollar Tree, since it is made to hang, and obviously I'm not using it for that purpose. So I want the glitter to camouflage those little holes. So once I do that and I spread out the glitter, we're going to coat the tray with resin. Let's continue. So I started to work with resin not too long ago, and I actually love the results that it gives. But you always have to remember to use caution and to wear the proper PPEs. I have a mask on, I have gloves, and I'm doing this in a very well ventilated area with all my windows open. So remember that part. It does a beautiful, beautiful finish, but you do have to take precautions. So let's continue with this. So now this piece is done, and I have to say that I'm actually pretty happy with the way that it turned out. It's the first time that I've used alcohol inks, but I'm going to practice more to get the hang of it. I do love how this piece turned out, and for a recycled wooden piece, now it has a new life. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell to get notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all on my next DIY.